We're going to revisit the situation in the world at the time of the advent of Sri Ram. Why did he come? For what reason? And is he really born? These are the questions that we will ask. Leading up to 12 midday, where Bhagavan would have entered that wonderful city of Ayodhya. But before we do that, let us all chant the Ramayana Sumiran. Garnanayak Karibar Badana Hari Om Jai Sumirat Siddhi Hoy Rama Jai Sumirat Siddhi Hoy Rama Garnanayak Karibar Badana चरण कमल की वंदना करता हूँ जो कृपा के समुद्र और नर रूप में श्री हरि ही है और जिनके वचन महामोह रूपी घने अंधकार के नाश करने के लिए सूर्य किरणों समूह है. We bow, my dear brothers and sisters, to the Guru who shows us the way to the higher self, who shows us that we're not the body and mind, but that Lord Rama will take birth in that land of Ayodhya, which is a peaceful mind, free of the six enemies, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad Matsarya. Selfishness, anger, greed, attachment, false pride, and jealousy, all of them will be burnt away in the light of Sri Ram. Mahamohatam punja jasu bachan ravi karane kara. And the moha, the delusion that keeps us in the realm of the physical gross body, it is that wonderful Sri Ram's words and the knowledge that is like the sun that dispels the darkest of clouds. So today, my dear brothers and sisters, we all welcome all of you once again to the mandir. And here's hoping that your stay with us will be full of light, full of love, as we revisit what was the situation in the world at the time of Ravan, when Ravan would have been chief amongst all the people in the world because of fear, because of selfishness. What took place, my dear brothers and sisters? Tulsidas ji Rai. Bade Shri पराये धन और पराई स्त्री पर मन चलाने वाले दुष्ट चोर और जुआरी बहुत बढ़े गए। लोग माता पिता और देवताओं को नहीं मानते थे और साधुओं की सेवा करने तो दूर रहा, उल्टे उनसे सेवा करवाते थे। These are beautiful words, my dear brothers and sisters of Tulsidas ji. He says that there was an advent of thieves in Ravan's time. There was an advent of gamblers. There was an advent of greed, my dear brothers and sisters. People wanted other people's belongings. They never listened to mother, never listened to father, and Guru had to serve them. In life, who serves who? Guru or Chela? Which one? Chela is supposed to serve Guru. But in the Kali Yuga, my dear brothers and sisters, under the rule of Ravan, they didn't serve the Guru had to serve them. Now, going back to this chart here, we all have this gross body, isn't that true? We have this mind that is full of this selfishness, this anger and greed. Once this mind is full of those things, the body is going to naturally go into the world of objects and be confused as to what duty is. What is the duty? We all know. But do we do the duty? No. This is the life that we live, my dear brothers and sisters. We know what is right, but how many of us are doing the right thing in life? You know, there's something called kanchan. Na bablan kanchan. Kanchan means conscience. It is a voice called the intellect embedded in all of us. None other than the voice of God, Mother Durga. She's not just a beautiful Murti that is so beautifully dressed, but she is that voice in you, the intelligence. And once you listen to that voice, my dear brothers and sisters, your life can never ever walk the wrong path. As a matter of fact, Ravan can never take you over. You'll never become a thief. You'll never become a gambler. And when you see a guru, when you see someone who teaches you, you will respect them. You will serve them. Serving them means what? Serving them means coming to the place where they may be and doing your best. For example, Guruji Sri Prakash Gossai ji, let's use him. All of us come to the mandir, we serve in our own way. We don't take, we give. That is what we do here, my dear brothers and sisters. So in that age of Ravan, they were full of thieves and gamblers, and Mother Earth, my dear brothers and sisters, Mother Earth, she had enough of it. She could not, my dear friends, handle the amount of greed, the amount of pollution that took place, because Ravan wanted everything to be his way. As you focus on the gross body, the desires are going to multiply. And when the desires are not met, when expectations are not met, we're ready to become angry with the world. But dear brothers and sisters, the gods and goddesses, and Mother Earth, they went to the only person who can help them, none other than Bhagavan Vishnu. And they sang his glories. What did they say? Jai Jai Suranayak Jana Sukadayak Pranat Pal Bhagavanta Jyoti Jahitari Jai Asurari Sindhu Suta Priyakanta Pavana Suradharani Adapata Karani Madana Jani Goi Jo Sahaj Kripala Deen Dayala Karu Anugraha Soi Jai Jai Adinasi Saradat Vasi Yadat Paramananda Avigat Gotita Jarita Punita Maya Rita Mukunda Jigi Ragi Ragi Hati Anuragi Vidata Modi Vrinda Disima Sadyari Guna Kari Jaya Satchidananda Jai Srishti Upaye Vidya Banaye Sangha Sahayana Duja Sokara Adhari Chintamai Jane Bhagati Puja Jo Bhavamay Vanjana Muni Manaranjana Vanjana Vipati Karuta Nani Vachara Navani Chari Sayani Sarana Sakala Surjuta Sarada Sudizesha Vishaya Shesha Jata Oye Jana Jai Dina Parare Veda Pukare Dravasa Shri Bhagavana Bhavai Mandar Sabari Sundar Guna Mandir Subha Pancha Modi Sira Sakala Sura Parama Bhayatura Namatanasa Parakanja Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So my dear brothers and sisters, they praise Lord Vishnu. You know, you can't get nothing without praising Maria, no? Let's say me want something from Brian, my best friend Brian. Hey, me consider Brian one of my gurus. He teach me how to behave myself nice. He ask people how them a do. He the first one. This man mindful of God. I don't know if you're listening or what, but this mindful of God, this man here. My dear brothers and sisters, let's say I want something from Brian now. Well, how am I going to go to Brian? Brian, give me this thing, man. You think he can give me? I have to say, Brian, man, your court up proper nice, man. Man, your spectacle nice. Where you get them? Lend me, man. So we have a Surhawi, I'm good. I'm going to Surhawi somebody. chances are you get what you want. Right, Chacha? So in this way, Jai Jai Suranayaka Jana Sukadayaka, the gods and goddesses went to Lord Vishnu, but they knew they couldn't ask him just so. They had to do his puja, they had to pray to him, they had to adore him, they had to sing his Gunanivat, they had to go to him and say all the wonderful things about him. Jai Jai Suranayak, you are the leader of all gods, you're the leader of all of us. Jana Sukadayak, you give us all the happiness. Prantapala Bhagavanta. Prantapal means the protector of all of us. You have promised, oh Vishnu, to protect us. Go Dvija Hitakari. The word go means cow. Dvij means Brahmin, the twice born. Who is a Brahmin? Someone who has been given first their name when they were a baby, and then with the intellect they have been given the ultimate prize, which is the realization that they're not the body, but they are the supreme reality. Go Dvija Hitakari Jai Asurari, you are the destroyer of Asura. Asura means demons. The demons are not outside, they're within the mind. Selfishness, anger, greed, attachment, false pride and jealousy, attachment to the gross body. My dear brothers and sisters, that is born, that ages, that dies. All of those things bring depression, my dear brothers and sisters. Live at the self, live at the highest self, and you'll never be depressed. That will be the destruction of the demon. Sindhu Suta Priyakanta. Sindhu Suta, who is Sindhu Suta? Lakshmi. And who is Lakshmi? None other than Mother Sita, my dear brothers and sisters. So they sang the glories, my dear friends. And what happened after that? My dear brothers and sisters, there was a king called Dasharath. And where did he live and what was his problem? Veda Vidita Dehi Dasarath Namu Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Dharma Dhurandhara Guni Nidhi Gyani Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Hridaya Bhagati Mati Saranga Pani एक बार भूपति मन माही श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम बैग्लानी मोरे सुत नाही श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम गुरु ग्रह गयो तुरती मई पारा Chulagi kari maya visara Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Everybody Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram अवधपुरी में रघुकुल शिरोमणि दशरथ नाम के राजा हुए, जिनका नाम वेदों में विख्यात है। वे धर्म धुरंधर गुणों के भंडार और ज्ञानी थे। There was a man in Ayodhya who was the king of the world, much more better than Ravan. Ravan only occupied a small area, but people sometimes they're dotish. They will follow people who cool, people who do drugs. Like Kanupriyaji was saying, people who smoke cigarette, that's Ravan. Any vice you think about is Ravan, but it's the cool thing to do. I was driving down Rockaway and I was so disappointed when I saw the Delhi full of kids. What do you think they had in their hand? High school kids. Cigarette and beer, 9 o'clock a morning before school. And you can't find police. Where police there? But dear brothers and sisters, this was Ravan. Police striking them. Anyway, so there was a wonderful pious king now. Look at the juxtaposition. Look at the opposite of Ravan. Ravan was full of injustice. Dashrath was full of justice. Ravan was full of greed. Dashrath was full of charity. And look at all the polar opposites. Compare Ravan that you can think of to Dashrath. In this Awadpuri, which was Ayodhya, there was a great king and he had a problem. Ekabaro bhupati manamahi baiglani mori sutanahi. He was advancing in age, right? He was on his throne one day and he said, I don't have any son to take on my work. I don't have any son to carry forth the throne. But he already had a daughter. But at those points of times, a daughter could not be the king, a queen. They couldn't be a queen and administer the kingdom. So they had to have a son and he was very sad. But at the same time, the gods and goddesses, look how everything are walking in God's name, in God's way. The gods and goddesses were in heaven, in Vaikunt with Lord Vishnu, and they were praying to him, Jai Jai Suranayak, at the same time that Dashrath was feeling sad on earth. Perfect timing. Vishnu looked at all of this going on and said, Jani darpahu muni siddha sura, tumahila gidar narvesa. जानी सवे सुर भूमि सुनी वचन समेत सुनेहा गगन गिर गंभीर भय हरनि शोक संदेहा सियावर राम चंद्र की जय शरणम शंकर जय जय सीताराम. The wonderful Lord Vishnu told all of them, do not be afraid. Jani darapahu muni siddha sura. Do not ever be afraid anymore. I will come as man. Ansa sahitam manuja avatara lehu dinakar vansa udara. I will come as man and I will definitely come in the solar dynasty to relieve your pain. Kasyap adati mahatapakinha tinhar kahun mai puraba baradinha. There was once a person named Aditi and Kasyap, two people. They did great penance in a past birth. Now they live in Ayodhya as Dashrath and Kausalya. It is in her home, in their home, that I should come. My dear brothers and sisters, the time came for the Lord to be born after great deliberation. King Dashrath went to his guru with this sadness, and his guru said, I have an idea for you. I want you to do a special havan called the Putra Kameshti. Anytime you want a son and you can't get a son, you do this particular havan and you'll be guaranteed a son. Dashrath had his doubts, but he looked at his guru with faith. Faith in the guru's words, my dear brothers and sisters. And he said to his guru, you sure? You sure to get one picnic? The guru said, yes, I can get 4, bhai. Sorry, I can get 1. But you can get 4. Dashrath lit up. 4 I will get. My dear brothers and sisters, they did the havan. And it came time for the queens to be pregnant. And all of them became pregnant because of the wonderful Putra Kameshti. Kausalya, right? And what are the other names? Kausalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. These 3 queens, my dear friends, became with child. Months passed and it was time for the Lord to be born. And what was the situation? Naumi titi madhumasa purita Sakala pacha avijita hariprita Madhya divasa ati sitana ghama Pavana kala loka vishrama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. पवित्र चैत्र का महीना था, नवमी तिथि थी, शुक्ल पक्ष और भगवान का प्रिय अभिजित मुहूर्त था। दोपहर का समय था, ना बहुत सर्दी थी ना धूप गर्मी थी, बहुत वह पवित्र समय सब लोगों को शांति देने वाले था। My dear brothers and sisters, this is exactly the time it is right now. I'll miskin a grow, my mama. I'll miskin a grow. You know why? Because it was exactly this time. Naumi Titi Madhumasa Punit. It was the 9th month of the sweet month of Chaitra. Right now, the 9th day, my dear brothers and sisters. The month of Chaitra. Naumi Titi, the 9th lunar day. Sakala Pacha Abhijita Hari Prita. And it was the Shukla Paksh of the Abhijit Preet, the wonderful Abhijit Nakshatra. Madhya Divasa Atisita Nagama. It was exactly midday. Madhya means mid, Divas means day. Atisita Nagama. Atisita Nagama. It was neither hot. Don't ring the bell. Oh, don't ring the bell yet. Oh, just oh, yeah. Madhya Divasa Atisita Nagama. Madhya means midday, Atisita Nagama. It was neither sat, it was neither cold. Pavanakala Loka Vishrama. And there was a beautiful calm in the midst of everybody. Mahakaushalya, no, my dear brothers and sisters. She looks around and all of a sudden she sees somebody in front of her. Who is in front of her? None other than Chatur Bhuja, Bhagavan Vishnu Sakshat. And imagine Mother Kaushalya is looking at Lord Vishnu. The Lord was never born, my dear brothers and sisters. Birth is for humans. But that wonderful Lord took Pragat Hua, means incarnated divinely, appeared. And what was the chant that was sang as they rocked the cradle, my dear brothers and sisters? Bhai Pragata Kripala Deen Dayala Kaushalya Hitukari Harishita Mahatari Muni Manhari Adbhuta Rupa Vichari Lochana Hari Rama Anugana Shama Bhushan Varamala Gavana Visala Sobha Sindhu Karari Kaha Vina Jodi Astuti Jodi Maya Guna Jnana Dikhamara Kausalya hitakari. Bhai Pragat Katala, the most compassionate Lord Pragat Hua, Dina Dayala Kausalya hitakari, came for the benefit of not only Kausalya but everyone. How's his beautiful eyes? Lochana Abhirama. His eyes were so big and beautiful. Tanughana Shama. His body was dark in complexion. Nija Ayudha Bhujachari. And Lord Vishnu's hands were full of the lotus, Padma, and all of the discus, the club, and the concha, my dear brothers and sisters. Bhushana Banamala. He had a beautiful mala, like the beautiful malas on these beautiful murtis. A beautiful mala of forest flowers. Nayana Visala. And again, his eyes were as beautiful as ever could be. Shobha Sindhu Karari. And, my dear brothers and sisters, Sobha Sindhu Karari. He is the ocean of light, my dear friends. But mother wasn't satisfied with that. Mata Puni Boli Somati Doli Tajhu Tatya Rupa. I don't want you, says Kausalya. Me want one baby. I want one little child. Now you, me want, okay, you nice, yes, you're nice. But me want one baby that I can hold, that I can sing lullaby to, that will cry, and I'll come to the child's rescue when the child is sick. I'll be able to take care of that child, giving the ultimate service and being someone of help to a lesser creature, a lesser person. Mata Puni Boli Somati Doli Tajo Tat Yaharupa. Give up this form and come to me as a baby now. Ki Jai Sisulila Ati Priya Sila Yaha Sukha Parama Anupa. Bhagavan Vishnu said, Tatastu, so be it. He became a small little baby Rama. Ram means that which delights the whole world. From his first breath, he started to delight everyone. Ki Jai Sisu Leela. Sisu means baby, Leela means play. He began to act like a baby, cry and fuss. Ati Priya Sila, and all mothers love that, my dear brothers and sisters. Yaha Sukha Parama Anupa. And this sort of happiness can never have been gotten anywhere else, according to Kausalya. Suni Vachana Sujana Rodana Thana Hoy Balaka Suna Bhupa. The Balak would continue to cry, and it brought great delight to Ma. Yah Charita Je Gavahi Haripada Pavahi Tena Parahi Vavagupa. Yah Charita Je Gavahi. Whoever sings this, like all of you sang it today, whoever sings this chanda at the stroke of midday, like we are right now, Haripada Pavahi will reach moksha, liberation guaranteed. Tena Parahina Bhupa, and will never return to the Bhavasagar, the ocean of transmigration. And then, why did he come? Vipradenu surasanta hita Leena manoja avatar Nija icha nirmita tanu Maya guna gopar. Everyone? Siyavar Ram Chandra ki jai. Sharanam Shankarayom Jai Jai Sita Ram. ब्राह्मण गौ देवता और संतों के लिए भगवान ने मनुष्य का अवतार लिया. It is because of the protection of the Vipra, the Brahmins, the good people of the world. Denu, protection of the cow. The cow is very sacred also. Sura, the gods. Santa, the saints. Hitalina, for the protection of all of them, Manuj avatar. The word Manuj means man. He has come as man, avatar, Nija Icha Nirmiti Tanu. And because of his own wish, his Icha, his own desire, he has taken the form of a baby. Maya Gunago Para, beyond any Maya, beyond any gross form that you could see in the world. He is the supreme reality in all of us. The final thought for today is that Ayodhya is the mind. Don't think you'll go Ayodhya and see Ram, Ayodhya is not what it is, what it was back then. You can find Ayodhya now, right here in this mandir in your mind. A mind that is free of selfishness, of anger, of greed, of I-ness and my-ness. Hare, one day we'll leave everything, whether you like it or not. We're going to leave it all behind for somebody else to enjoy. Therefore, find a higher self while alive and maximize the use of the human existence. So at this point of time, Ati Satiya team will sing the Sohar, and all of you will come, Charaviya Prasadam, and if you have Prasad, you'll come and rock the cradle at the same time.